In today's episode, I want to, in general, I was like a few months ago, was about to learn Python, but and I even was starting to learn to, do some small things, but after I was distracted to another things, and I kind of didn't continue my learning with this programming language. And in today's episode, I want to, I found some article about Python, and I want to read with you guys this article and trying to get how to learn Python in 2023. Like maybe we will get some tips which are gonna be useful to us, and yeah, it's gonna be useful, and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue learning this programming language. Don't be fucking lazy. Yeah. Okay, let's start this reading this article, and sometimes I'm gonna give my own opinion about some stuff. So, okay, learning Python was extremely difficult for me, but it didn't have to be. A little over a decade ago, I was a college graduate with a history degree and few prospects. Then I became a successful machine learning engineer and that data science consultant, and now CEO of Data Quest. I guess it's the name of the company. Okay, this is not an overnight success story, though. My journey to learn Python was long, inefficient, and frequently discouraging. Oh, sounds familiar. If I could do it over again, I would follow the steps I'm going to share with you in this article. It would have fast tracked my career, saved thousands of hours of wasted time, and prevented a lot of stress. Sounds very useful, and makes sense to read. This guide will show you how to learn Python the right way. Okay, let's back to business. Step 1: understand why most fail. Learning Python doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, if you using the right resources, it can actually be easy and fun. Interesting. What kind of resources, and how make it fun? That's the question. Okay, the problem with most learning resources, many of the courses out there make learning Python more difficult than it has to be. To illustrate my point, I'll give you a personal example. When I first started learning Python, I wanted to do the things that excited me, like making websites. Unfortunately, the course I was taking forced me to spend multiple months of syntax. It was agony. Throughout the course, Python code continued to look foreign and confusing. It was like an alien language. It's no surprise I quickly lost interest. I think his point for now, he mean that you have to like realize the projects which is make sense, especially for yourself, because let's say I want to make application, but I getting some courses or watching YouTube video about how to make website, and of course it's kind of not fit with your goals, and that's why you kind of confused, and that's why you have to learn exactly things which that you want to realize, and that's going to be really useful for yourself. It was just my humble opinion. Okay, let's continue reading. Throughout the course, Python code continued to look foreign and confusing. It was like an alien language. It's no surprise I quickly lost interest. Regrettably, most Python tutorials are very similar to this. They assume you need to learn all of Python syntax before you can start doing anything interesting. Is it wonder most people give up? Yeah, because like they teaching you like you have to know everything, but actually you need to know just some few commands, few things which gonna be useful, just practical, just for you, and that's gonna be for beginning. It's pretty enough. I think that's the point. Okay. Instead of wasting time on these mundane tasks, sorry for my broken English, you could be experiencing the real thrills of Pythons. Think, think analyzing data, building a website, or creating an autonomous drone with artificial intelligence. An easier way. After many failed attempts, I found a process that worked better for me. In fact, I believe this is the best way to learn Python programming. First, I spent as little time as possible memorizing Python syntax. Then I took what I learned and I immediately dove headfirst into a project I actually found interesting. Following the steps outlined below is not only more fun, but it allows you to learn at an incredible rate. In fact, this better way of learning is why I built DataQuest. Our data science courses will have you building projects immediately with minimal time spent doing the boring stuff. Check out courses. Oh my goodness! I just reading, trying to realize, like useful step, and just in first step, this guy trying to sell me his own course. What the fuck? Because in general, like my opinion about it, that courses need for people who don't have enough, motivation to do things, because at these courses you don't getting something unique. You just it's all information about learning Python, available for free on YouTube. You just need to spend your time and focus for that. Okay, anyway, let's continue. What's going to be next? Step 2: identify what motivates you. Here's the good news: anyone can reach a high level of proficiency in Python with the right motivation. As a beginner, I struggled to keep myself awake when trying to memorize syntax. However, when I needed to apply Python fundamentals to build an interesting project, I happily stayed up all night to finish it. What's the lesson here? You need to find what motivates you and get excited about it. To get started, find one or two areas that interest you. And we see here like a list of things which are going to be interesting, like majors, which is related with Python, like data science, machine learning, mobile apps, websites, computer science, games, data processing and analysis, hardware, sensors, robots, automating work tasks. Yeah, as you know, as you see, like many things you can do with the learning Python. Okay, step 3, learn the basic syntax quickly. I know, I said we spend as little time as possible on syntax. Unfortunately, this step can be skipped entirely. Here's some good resources to help you learn the Python basics without killing your motivation. Okay, Data Quest, Python for Data Science Fundamental course. I started Data Quest. Oh my fucking god, he's again selling his fucking courses. I started Data Quest to make learning Python and data science easier. Data Quest teaches Python syntax in context of learning data science. For example, you will learn basic Python commands while analyzing weather data. Next one, learn Python the hard way. A book that teaches Python concepts from the basics to more in-depth programs. Next one, the Python tutorial. The tutorial on the main Python side. Why he not saying about bunch of tutorials on YouTube by Indians, which is also gonna be useful. Maybe he don't doesn't like his competitors. Who knows? I can't emphasize this enough. Learn what is syntax you can and move on. Ideally, you will spend a couple of weeks on this phase, but no more than a month. The sooner you can get to work on project, the faster you will learn. Yeah, this is also obvious and practical advice. The early you're gonna start to do projects, the much faster you're gonna get better in Python. Of course, at the beginning you're gonna make mistakes and it's not gonna be good enough, but if you want to learn anything you have to do mistakes and make lesson from that. Okay, what else? The sooner you can get to work on projects, the faster you will learn. You can always refer back to the syntax later if necessary. Quick note, learn Python 3, not Python 2. Unfortunately, a lot of learn Python resources online still teach Python 2, but Python 2 is no longer supported, so bugs and security holes will not be fixed. Yeah, this is also good advice to learn Python 3, not Python 2. And yeah, just start. We just have to start to do things, and after we can improve our syntax or whatever. Step 4, make structured projects. Once you learn the basic Python syntax, start doing projects. Applying your knowledge right away will help you remember everything you learned. And my advice from this point gonna be at the same time when you're gonna start learn Python, at the same time make your own project which gonna be useful for your own business or job. For example, like when I was like a few months ago starting to learn Python, which was not perfect enough, but like anyway, even at that time, my goal was to make some bot on Telegram, and instead of learning, random video, I just searched on YouTube how to make a bot on Telegram with Python, and I just get exactly information about it and just started to realize. And at the same time, with learning, I just saw the progress of my project, and it was kind of motivating to me. Yeah, it's very, practical and good advice, learning and realizing your own project at the same time. Okay, it's better to begin with structured projects until you feel comfortable enough to make projects on your own. Here at DataQuest, we have strategically included structured projects in virtually all of our Python courses. That way you can immediately apply what you have learned. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, here's some examples of actual data quest projects which one ignites. Okay, sorry for my broken English again. Which one ignites your curiosity? Okay, and here we see his projects, I guess. Prison Break, where and when do most helicopter prison breaks occur? Find out with this guided project for Python beginners. Next one, employee exit surveys designed for Python users with intermediate skills. This structured project as you're cleaning data sets to find answers for stakeholders at the Department of Education in Queen Island, Australia. Next one, data cleaning and visualization. Star Wars style. Fans of Star Wars will not want to miss this structured project using real data from the movie. Okay, what else? Inspiration for structured projects. When it comes to structured project, there is no one right place to start. The best resources for you will depend on what motivates you as well as what your goals for Python programming. Yeah, because you can make for your own project simple stuff, or you can make more complicated but better stuff. But yeah, are you interested in general data science or machine learning? Do you want to build something specific like an app or website? Here's some recommended resources for inspiration organized by category. Okay, data science, mobile apps. We see. I can see some links to the websites. And what else? What kind of advices? Okay, let's go to. Okay, project crucial. They stretch your capabilities, help you learn new Python concepts, and allow you to showcase your abilities to potential employers. Once you've done a few structured projects, you can move on to working on your own projects. I don't, I don't agree with that. Like, you can start your own project like without delaying, without waiting. Of course, like it's gonna be horseshit, but it's better to make, I think, from the beginning your own project than doing stuff which is you're not interested in. Okay, next one. Step 5, work on Python projects on your own. After you work through a few structured projects, it's time to ramp things you up. Sorry, it's time to wrap things up. You can speed up learning by working on independent Python projects. Here the case, start with a small project. It's better to finish a small project rather than embark on a huge project that never gets completed. Yeah, it's like kind of obvious that at the beginning it's better to start from, from simple stuff, just to get some experience, and after you can make whatever you want. 8 tips for discovering captivating Python projects. I know it can feel daunting to find a good Python project to work on. Here are some tips to finding interesting projects. Extend the projects you were working on before, and add more functionality. Check out our list of Python projects for beginners. Go to Python meetups in your area and find people working on interesting projects. Yeah, it's also good advice to, to have social connection with the people who also have the same interest with you, and you can learn from them another useful things. Find open source packages to contribute to. See if any local nonprofits are looking for volunteer developers. Find projects other people have made and see if you can extend or adapt them. GitHub is a good place to start. Browse through other people's blog posts to find interesting project ideas. Think of tools that would make your everyday life easier than build them. And I also heard another. I recalled another good advice from. It was some, a podcast or interview. It doesn't matter. Okay, there was some guy. He was also Python developer, and he was sharing his own experience with that. And he said that his experience started with in some company, but the point is that he got that position. Of course, it was not easier, but he was working like a few months without getting any salary, and exchange and instead of money he get experience, and that company was agreed to, to grow future professional Python developer. And it's going to be like a win-win deal, you can say, that he getting experience and they getting the future professional Python developer. But of course not all companies do that stuff, but if you're gonna be persistent, and if you wanna really like badly wanna get this kind of work, I think you will definitely find something. Like just be persistent and say like I gonna learn fast, like I gonna do anything. I just give me a time. There's no need to pay me. I just need experience, and I think it's gonna work, because some companies interested in this kind of this kind of position, when they giving you experience, and from small stuff you can get some portfolio, and after you can get salary and stuff like that. Okay, what else? Blah blah blah. Mobile ideas, website ideas. So let's go to step 6. Keep working on harder and harder projects. As you find success with independent projects, keep increasing the difficulty and scope of your projects. Learning Python is a process and you will need momentum to get through it. Once you're completely comfortable with what you're building, it's time to try something harder. Continue to find new projects that challenge your skills and push you to grow. Yeah, that's this advice. I think almost like in every major you can give this advice, and it's really makes sense that you don't that you have to go out from your comfort zone when you think that you understand. When you think that you understand everything, that's time to challenge yourself and learn new things. And after getting experience, you can do more complicated stuff and get more salary as well, which is also not bad. Okay, I think it's kinda enough. If you liked this video, please let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe this channel. See you next time.